Hey, good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. Ooh, I hope I didn't just blow you guys out. My mic is not in its usual position since we got the camera out today. But that's alright. We're going to figure it out together. So, we're going to do kind of a two-parter stream today. We're going to be playing some FURI later, if you guys have been enjoying that, which I have. I've really enjoyed playing FURI. So we're going to do some more of that later. But first, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Japan trip now that I've recovered a bit. And a little bit about going to Japan, a little bit about getting there, specifically getting in through the airport and the customs process, the customs immigration stuff that you got to go through. Because that's something that I haven't really seen a whole lot of people talk about. And I think that would be kind of useful if you guys are looking to go to Japan. Just as a way of having a little bit of a heads up. A little bit of the considerations and things about being over there, and also going over a couple of the areas and kind of a couple of the days that I was over there, and kind of what I did. And kind of give you guys ideas. One of them is going to be very yeah, no duh, you did that. Spoiler, it's going to be when I was over in Akiba or Akihabara, if you want to use the proper name of the place. In Tokyo, and the second is going to be Ebisu, which was a new area to me this second trip, and I had a really good time there too, and it was a very nice area. So I'm excited to get into that with you guys. Can't really see it, but this is actually I might be able to. Let me carefully move this around. Got my cat mug. I got from a Japanese store near me. Got some Toho Project stuff in the background, some music. There's going to be our main jams here, which we're actually going to talk about Toho Project a little bit when we get to talking about it. But first of all, let's talk about getting over to Japan. Now I'll touch about it, plane tickets and stuff like that very quickly here. Plane tickets are probably going to be your biggest cost while you're there, especially upfront costs. You can get some cheaper flights, cheaper seats, but I mean, bear in mind, even if you got a really quick direct flight, that's going to be like 12 hours, 12 to 13 hours that you're going to be sitting in a bucket on board a plane. So, if you're good with roughing it in that manner, hey, good on you. Me personally, I know I like to be a little bit more comfortable. I'm not one of those people who needs, fortunate enough to live next to a major airport. Near as in, like, I'm within an hour distance, roughly speaking. So having a direct flight is kind of the way that I would go, personally. As, you just don't have to worry about connecting flights or layovers or stoppages or anything like that. And so that's really what I would recommend. Let's see, let's do that there. Beyond that, I mean, you can get some deals, you can get stuff for cheaper. For me, this time it was, I want to say it was like $1,500 flying there. Flew through Delta, which that was easy. I was able to book there and back, no problem. Choose the seat you want. Now, what I would say is, as well as going over there, this is very much a personal preference kind of deal. I was traveling by myself. And even if I was traveling with other people, I would highly recommend you packed very light. For me, I took one backpack, and by backpack, it was a sling pack. So it was just big enough for me to throw in a couple pairs of shorts, some underwear, and a couple shirts, and that was it. That was literally it. That's all I brought. Because you're going to baggage and stuff there. If you go to a store called Don Quixote, which is like a Dollar General and a Walmart and a Costco, had some kind of unholy love child. That's kind of what Don Quixote is. It's awesome. It is, and you can get bags there for incredibly cheap. And good quality bags, too. So don't think that you're going to go over there and just get these cheap bags that are going to fall apart and explode in transit. They're pretty good. That's what I did this time. And that's kind of what I would recommend as far as traveling those. And again, that's one of those things where, at least for me, I want the smallest amount of things to worry about when I go on vacation. So not having to worry about stopping the trip, right when I get over there to wait for my baggage at a baggage claim in another country, with a different language than mine. even though I do speak Japanese, that's just one thing I don't have to worry about. It's a timing thing I don't have to worry about, and I really enjoyed it, going more minimalist this time. Now, as far as actually getting into the country goes, depending on the air carrier that you go with, Delta is really good about this, where if once you start to check in for your flight, you're going to get a link to link your passport and information, that sort of thing, as well as go to a Visit Japan website. It's a site, a government site, where you're going to be able to fill out your customs immigration form. From my understanding, this is kind of what they're pushing to, is this paperless online forms. And that's very simple. How that's going to work is you're going to go into the website, you're going to add your personal information, where you live, stuff like that, where you're coming from. You're going to enter trip details, so you're going to put in how long that you're planning to be there. Whether that's 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is. And you're going to enter those details. You're going to enter at least one of your hotels there, just so they have a confirmation of, on the Japanese side, of you're coming here, you're going to be somewhere, we know where you are at or have been, which is very easy. As soon as you book your hotel, you're going to be able to do that. That's easy peasy. And really, it's just running down a list of stuff, and that's all it really is. And once you finish that, you will actually get it done. The form will give you a QR code, which you can access multiple times. And you're going to use that once you get to Japan to get through the customs situation. So a little bit about how it's going to go down is you're going to get off the plane, and you're going to walk, at least in Haneda Airport. I've only flown into Haneda Airport. I cannot speak to others, so keep that in mind with this. So if you're in Haneda, you're going to touch down, and you're going to go through a long hallway after you get off into where they're going to kind of push you through this one or two gates, where they're going to just give you a quick scan, where they're going to get a temperature check to make sure you're not feverish and deathly ill coming in, which that's pretty easy. It's just the amount of people trying to get through there. And then you're going to go into a series of roped off lanes, where you're eventually going to go to these little stations where you're going to be able to scan your passport, and you're going to be able to scan the QR code that you've got, and the QR code will give you a certain station, so keep that in mind. It'll be like A, B, C, D, E, F. Just remember that for later. Very simple. After that, you're going to move forward to where the agents on hand are going to check your passport by hand, and they're going to they won't stamp it, but they'll put a sticker on there, which will be your visa, and will show what dates you're allowed to be in there. A standard visa, if you're coming from the U.S., you don't need any additional paperwork, really, besides the immigration form, which you're going to fill out online, and your passport, because that stamp that they're going to put on your passport, the sticker, is going to be valid for 90 days. So if for some reason, if you just have the ability and you're like, I'm going to stay in Japan for a couple more weeks, that's really fine. As well as if you want to take an extended period of time in Japan, that will cover a 90-day period from when you get in. You go through that, and you're going to go to the various lanes for you to continue on, which will be just kind of essentially a last little bit of security, metal detector type deals. And that's where you'll have to remember that initial zone, that where you scanned your passport and your QR code. That will get you through there, and that will direct you to where to go. For you to scan your fingers to get a couple fingerprints from you, it's not a big deal. They're really efficient. They have people out there directing you where to go. And last time I went, there were still a lot of the paper forms coming out. And if for some reason things aren't working, there are paper forms that you can fill out. Although I highly recommend not waiting to get to Japan to fill those out. Just do it online. Take a screenshot of the QR code if you need to. I would highly recommend that as well, just because once you and a couple hundred of your new best friends get off the plane, all of you guys are going to be trying to ping off the same Haneda internet, and it can get really slow. Even though they have scannable codes to take you to the Visit Japan website, if you need it, to fill out those forms right then and there, or just to re-pull it up if you don't have it. It's just play it safe. if you aren't using any kind of international carrier for your Wi-Fi. And once you get through there, you're good to go. You're in Haneda Airport. You can start to figure things out. Speaking of Wi-Fi, that's a good segue there. Using internet in Japan on your phone and your mobile devices, everything like that. I personally really like using Ninja Wi-Fi or some other similar service where you'll get, if you sign up for it, you get a little device that will have a generated Wi-Fi hotspot. It's fairly affordable for what you're getting, especially if you're traveling by yourself. For me, it ended up being like $15-20 a day, which is really not bad. And I was using the highest level of their service, and they got a free. Well, I didn't get it. I had it while I was there. A free external battery for me to charge my phone if I needed it as a backup. A couple chargers. They give it to you in a little zip-up bag, and it's right there on Haneda Airport in the terminals. Once you get past the security, so it's super easy and convenient to get to, and continue about your day. Secondly, Japan, while it is, even when I've gone about a year and a half, 2 years after my initial trip, this time it was much more, there's a lot more credit card transactions going on, much more easy to use credit cards. However, I would still go ahead, and once you're at the airport, go ahead and pull out about 20,000 to 30,000 yen, 250 USD, just to have on hand just in case. You never know when you're going to pop into a place that's cool and they won't take credit card. You'll have to use cash or a place to eat, and that's just something that's a peace of mind and a level of preparedness just in case. Japan is incredibly safe, but so I don't think there's any issue of getting your stuff stolen, really, unless you're really getting into some sketchy areas, like really sketchy, and you would have to go looking for that, essentially, or be incredibly unlucky. But more so if you leave your wallet somewhere, you misplace your cards, you step out without them, just to cover your bases. That's a good idea. If you don't get it at the airport, any good 7-Eleven, Lawson's, Family Mart, any of those, which are convenience stores, which are everywhere in Tokyo and throughout Japan, any of those will have, almost assuredly have an ATM that you can pull money from, so you'll be good to go there. Okay, so next bit is the transit system. A lot of people or think about going to Japan and are like, oh, how am I going to get around? Well, one, if you're in Tokyo or Kyoto, because I will speak to those because I've been there, but especially Tokyo, the transit system with the metro, the subway lines, that is incredibly efficient, they're clean, and they're fairly easy to navigate. Now, the first 30 minutes you're there and trying to figure out where you're going, that is the most difficult part of your travel situation. But once you start to get an idea of where you're going and how to get there and how the lines interact, which will be very, very quick, you'll be going in no time, and that's not something to worry about. What I would recommend, though, is I would highly recommend you download and use Google Maps. Specifically Google Maps. I've got an iPhone, so I've got Apple Maps, and that works fine. However, I recommend Google Maps because, in my experience, it is much more accurate with what trains and what lines that you need to use, and what the transitions to other trains and lines will be. I found that to be the superior app, as it were. As well as the fact that it has a cool feature where it shows you which car is most likely to be the easiest to get in and out of as well, which is really neat. And I'm not sure how it does that, but it's pretty cool, and it works pretty well. Speaking of as well, any kind of prime time hours, such as like 8 to 9 a.m., Green Line, you might recognize, that is going to be very busy. Like crazy busy, and I would highly recommend using a little bit of discretion if you're going to be on the busier lines early in the morning on weekdays when people are going to work or coming back from work in the evenings. Again, especially if you're a solo traveler, that's not really much of an issue. You can kind of get squeezed in there, but it is something to bear in mind as well. Okay, so that will lead me into timing. So research when things open, wherever you're going and doing things. So a lot of Japan starts to open up around 9-10 o'clock, which for me as an American, at least the places where I've lived, is pretty dang late. For instance, I would love to go into a cafe in the mornings That's what I did every day in the morning in Japan, and I had to go in quite late from my standards because I would want to go in, especially because of the time difference and being a little bit jet lagged and body kind of adjusting to the local time. I'd be up by 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, even trying to sleep in. Excitement, because I was super jazzed to be there. So I'd have to wait a little bit to get some coffee and breakfast in there, going out to a cafe. And it was really 9, 10 o'clock when those places, and general places, start to open up. Occasionally you'll find some 8 o'clock ones, but just research what you're doing and the areas and what you're looking for beforehand, to where you don't get yourself in a bind where you go ahead and go out to places that you want to go to early in the morning, get a good early start, which there's nothing wrong with. A lot of Japan is very beautiful. A lot of Tokyo is very beautiful early in the morning. If you get up and go out to places before the crowds get going, you can get a lot of good photos. You can get a lot of good views. If you're interested in recording footage or taking photos, like I mentioned, it looks great, but also it's a lot easier to get clean photos without other people in them at that time. So that's something to bear in mind, but also bear in mind when things open. Alright, I think that is the main things. Okay, 2 other things. Language and etiquette. We're going to talk about those 2 things because they're pretty important. First thing, language. You do not need Japanese to go and visit Japan and have a great time. You don't. There's a lot of English, at least if you're an English speaker, you don't need any Japanese. There's a lot of English on display in Japan. You're probably going to be able to find your way around without any help fairly decently, especially if you have an iPhone or a GPS or something like that to help direct you. A lot of people in Tokyo can speak at least some English, especially if they're working at different establishments, especially if they're in the more touristy areas of Tokyo. If you get a little bit more off the beaten path, which I do encourage you to do, if you get a little bit off the beaten path, it may be a little bit more difficult to communicate, but you'll be okay, especially if you have something like the Google Translate app, which has a camera integration to where you can hold your camera up over stuff with that app open and it will translate it for you. It works fairly well. It definitely gives you plenty to get around as you need to, as well as just being able to type something into your native language and then be able to physically show someone that you're trying to communicate with. But I would recommend, highly recommend, and this will tie into our next point with etiquette, learn some basic stuff. Learn how to say hello, even if it's just good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. That is ohayo gozaimasu is good morning. Even if you use that at the complete wrong time of day, that's fine. Make an effort. Learn excuse me, which is sumimasen. Sumimasen. Excuse me. That is a great way to apologize for bumping into somebody, or to try and get someone's attention if you need some help, or a waiter if you're at some establishment. It's just a good thing to do. Arigato, which is thank you. Thank you is arigato. Being able to express some thanks to somebody. Little things like that, or learning how to ask where something is, which would be the thing you're asking for, and then doko desu ka. For instance, say I want to go to Shibuya, and I'm having a rough time on the train, trying to find out where to go. I might stop somebody, or one of the workers in the station, one of the platform people working there, or one of the security officers, and ask Shibuya desu ka, or doko desu ka. Shibuya doko desu ka. Now, where is Shibuya? And they'll be able to help you out, or at least be. Now, etiquette-wise, one of the biggest things that I've found in Japan is making an effort to do what the Japanese people are doing. Whenever you're walking around and going around and doing things, be mindful of the people around you, and essentially do as the Romans do, right? That's going to be a huge deal, and it's going to get you a lot of favorable looks, right? A lot of the times, at least in Tokyo, you're going to want to walk on the left, including elevators, and people will pass on the right, and people do pass. For instance, if you're on an escalator, you're going to get a lot of harumphing and grunting and unfavorable looks if you are in the middle or on the right side, blocking the path for people who need to walk and get to where they need to go. So just stick to the left. In general, be mindful of crowds and what's going on around you and the level of respect that's being given. Tokyo is a very orderly, very quiet place, so while you can, depending on where you're at and what the circumstance is, carry on, have a good time, and get a little bit rowdy. It's definitely not the kind of place where, especially if you're an American or from another place that tends to be a little bit rowdier, that's not really the vibe in most circumstances. There are definitely some places and some situations where you can cut a bit loose, but in general, it's very quiet, very polite, very considerate of others as far as space and level of volume. So keep that in mind. And in general, treat people as you want to be treated, and even more so, all of us foreigners, no matter how many times we go, and no matter how much we love it and how much we are able to communicate and anything like that, we are guests in their house. We are guests in the Japanese house, and we should act as such. We should give them ample respect and consideration, because we're in their house, right? But that said, have fun, because that's why you're going there, right? Is to have fun. All right, so first off, got some stuff I want to show you guys from the trip, and I want to talk about a couple things, a couple days that I was there and what we did. First off, this is one of my prized things from Japan. I fell into it on the first trip and did not expect to enjoy it as much, but I absolutely love it. And so this is going to be, if I open it the right way, are going to be goshuin, or stamps that you can get from the various shrines and temples. Now these are, I want to move this. These are from the, oh, I'm dropping stuff. FURI just died. Oh dear. Alright, let me put her over here. Figure fell, don't worry about it. These are from the first trip that I did out there, and they are gorgeous. They are, the red bits are stamps, and the black bits are calligraphy that you can see that they did by hand. And you can get these from most, if not all, temples and shrines, whether they're Buddhist or Shinto, throughout all of Japan. But especially in Tokyo, you're going to be stumbling over shrines and temples while you're there. It's just how it is. It's crazy. You're going to be in some of the most built-up urban environment ever, and then you're going to turn a corner, and you're going to be transported back to the 1400s. In some temple, let's probably read them, but some of these I've got marked down. Those are the old ones from the first time. This one, for instance, is, while it's not the flashiest, it's one of my favorites because this is from Fushimi Inari Taisha, which is the very, very famous shrine in not Tokyo, Kyoto, dedicated to Inari. And it's the one that's very famous for all the orange, red torii gates that go up the mountain, which is very cool. Kiyomizudera as well was this one, which is really cool. I highly recommend you visit if you're in that area. That's also Kyoto. It was beautiful. Now this one, let me make sure I've got the right page. Yes, okay, good. So this one was Sengakuji Temple, where the 47 Ronin are buried, which is very interesting. It was interesting to go there and see some of that that historic location and learn a bit about the history there. This one, they actually have a online program where you can listen to little audio snippets in English that talk about also, it's a Buddhist temple, and one of the Buddhist monks there, I never got his name, I don't believe, but you'll know him if you go there. He was very polite. He had very good English. He was genuinely interested in talking to me. And while I was there pretty early in the morning as well. It was actually, funnily enough, it was me and a friend, an Italian gentleman, who had shown up pretty early in the morning. And he was super, super courteous and kind and welcoming. One thing to note, however, is they do ask you at this particular temple, is that they do ask you to write a Buddhist sutra while you're waiting for the stamp to be completed. So if that is something that would be less than favorable to your own religious beliefs, a polite refusal would probably be a not an unkind thing to do. You don't want to get into that awkward situation without knowing it. I did not realize that, so I had that awkward situation of I kind of got caught off guard because I'm a Christian. I'm not a very good try to communicate that is something that I could not do. But the monk there, as I mentioned before, he's incredibly courteous and welcoming. He was completely understanding, and it all worked out. So don't worry about that. But if that is something that it would be contrary to your own religious beliefs, at least in my experience, I was not pressured into doing anything that would be untoward towards my religious beliefs. And that is another thing as well, talking about that, is pay in mind, even though these are incredible cultural landmarks with a bunch of history and a bunch of art and craftsmanship, and they're awesome to see and be able to interact with, they are, almost all of them are actual active places of worship. So, while I'm a Christian, I do not believe what they believe by any stretch. I have no need to unnecessarily antagonize or be rude to these people and their beliefs. And so just bear that in mind. There may be people around you praying or going about their own worship. There may be areas where they do not want you to go or are restricted to outsiders and people who don't believe their beliefs and are part of their, for lack of a better term, congregations. There may be parts that they consider very sacred and they don't want you taking pictures or video of. It's something, usually they'll have things posted, don't go here, don't take pictures of this or that. But just bear in mind, and going back to the etiquette point we talked about, be mindful of what's going on around you and how things are going, and you'll be completely fine. And then this one right here, this was from Gotokuji, which is the famed cat temple, which was very cool. I had a great time going out there. I ended up, because it's like a 15-20 minute walk from the train station, the nearest train station out there, I ended up talking to a lot of Japanese people. I got to use my Japanese quite a bit and kind of sharpen that up a little bit. Beautiful temple, very sprawling, very picturesque, and I absolutely enjoyed it and loved it. And I would highly recommend it. It was a little bit quieter. I think that the walk might scare some tourists away, which I personally found as a absolute win, because it was a little bit quieter, even though there still were people there. All right, so that's that. So next, I want to talk about a new place that I went to. Let me put this over here, out of the way. And that was Ebisu. Ebisu is a part of Tokyo that is fairly well-to-do. I would describe it as upper middle class. It's very clean, fairly affluent, but it is not like Ginza, where you feel like if you're traveling around and you got your shorts and t-shirt on, you're not going to look around at the people who are wearing polos the price of a small car and go, I don't know if I belong here in this kind of crowd. Which nothing wrong with that crowd or anything like that, but the vibes were much more down to earth, much more chilled out and relaxed. It didn't feel quite as performative in places like Ginza. And there's another place, which is kind of like the Beverly Hills of Tokyo, that I went into, which was very nice. For me, like uncomfortably nice. There was like a Saint Laurent, a Grand Seiko, a Rolex, a Tag Heuer, and I'm in Vans and a t-shirt and shorts. I feel like I don't belong. That was a lot less of the vibe in Ebisu. And kind of how it worked out is that there was... Hold on, give me a second here. I actually have some props that we can show you guys. Oop, throwing stuff on the ground. Alright, so Yebusu Garden Palace, or Garden Place, excuse me. And this is kind of like a mall shopping eatery area, which is very interesting. It felt very down to earth and very easy to get around. It was essentially like a couple of, here we go, perfect. So here, it's got a couple different buildings, which are connected both above and underground. and it's essentially a giant multi-building mall. That essentially. So up here, there is a little courtyard area, and this is where you're going to come from if you're using a train. Most likely. You could come from over here, but most likely you're coming from here. And this area is going to have a nice big courtyard where there's going to be food trucks that come out, which is very cool. And they have a variety of foods, which is nice. If you go into either side here, but specifically this side, there's going to be a lot of shops of varying stripes. There's a couple of flower arrangement shops, a couple of decoration shops, clothes, a couple of out there shops. There's a cafe in here, which unfortunately I can't remember the name of, but it was quite good, and you can't miss it. It was a very upscale type place. Bookstore as well. That's where I spent a fair bit of my time walking around and checking out. Now, if we go up around this side over here, there's kind of like a standing bar, kind of, as well as a multi-story building with a, I believe it's a rooftop restaurant, as well as the Tokyo Museum of Photography, which I went to. See my ticket here, the top museum, and that was very, very cool. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. I've never been particularly interested in photography as a medium. I think it's, it's not something where I was planning on doing it. How it ended up happening is I needed to kill some time before I went to the original intention for me to go there, which was the Yebisu Brewery, which is quite famous. I got a couple stickers from there, and don't look at that. We're going to talk about that later, which was fantastic. I was able to kill some time there because it was open a little bit earlier than the brewery was going to be. And overall, it's a very relaxed area. I think this is a great area to go and have a nice, not lazy day, but a more laid-back day. A day that's not going to be quite as intensive as you might be doing the other days. I know for me, I tend to get very excited and go at 90 miles a minute. So having this as an unexpected, relaxed, bring it down, have a cup of coffee, walk around, go to the museum, be able to just look at some books, sit down, have a break. If you are of drinking age, the Yebisu Brewery is a great location. They've got a variety of things. Here's one of the menus. They've got some food, but this is not where I would recommend going to actually have your meal, whether it's lunch or dinner or what have you, because they are very small. It's much more along the lines of bar food, right? So it's not going to be super great, super filling food, but it is all right. If you want something as a little bit of a snack to go with your beers, that is what you're gonna get. And how it works there is you can get, of course, solo beers. But what I would recommend doing is go ahead and shell out a little bit of extra cash to do the beer flights, because you'll get 4 beers, and they're pretty good size beers. You're definitely not getting gypped on this, I promise you. I was barely able to finish all mine, and that was just a flight. What was really cool is, and I don't believe they're going to do it again, but just by pure happenstance, I ended up there while they were doing a collaboration. And he had done a fair few art, a bit of art for Yebisu Brewery, celebrating beer. And that was really cool to see. There was art out and about from him. Some of the art around the tap room was phenomenal. As well as there was a golden ale, a golden beer, that was specially made for that. I did not bring back any, but it was pretty good. And I hope they release that again at some point for us to enjoy, because I did enjoy that quite a bit. Now, if you're not as much of a drinker, I don't blame you, but I would still recommend going. It's a nice, cool break from the day, especially if you're going in a hotter season. But also, they have a beer museum there. It is not huge, but it is very nice. It's fairly detailed, and has a lot of interesting information in, especially if you are interested in the brewing and the history and craft of beer, I would highly recommend it. It's definitely more, like I mentioned, a little bit more of an intro level. You know, you're not going to get a college thesis or anything like that from it, but it is very interesting and very cool. So I'd highly recommend that, both as a place to kind of stop, get a quick refill, couple beers, as well as an attraction in and of itself with the beer museum. And of course, because I'm a fiend, I got some stickers. I'm not wearing it right now, but I did get a t-shirt from Ebisu Brewery as well. Very nice area, like I mentioned. I cannot recommend it enough. The Museum of Photography as well was one of those things that I did not expect to enjoy as much as I did, but oh my goodness, it was a good time. Alright, so now let's shift gears. We had the normie stuff, having our flights of beers and whatnot, and normal shopping and stuff. What about for all of us nerds out there? What do we want to do? Well, I'll tell you what we want to do. We want to go to Akihabara, or Akiba, as all the kids say. So, here's how I would recommend going to Akiba. Go a little bit early. Go a little bit early and walk around Akiba while things aren't open, so you can kind of get eased into it, as well as kind of map out the things you want to do. There's a couple of big places like Animate and Gamers, which are huge and have a lot of manga, a lot of game stuff, a lot of music and soundtrack stuff, games, naturally, some figures, but there are also other places like Super Potato, which is kind of like a monument to games, both near and far into the future, or not future, the past. They've got stuff like Sega Genesis and Mega Drives out there. If you go to the very top floor, they have an arcade up there with like Street Fighter 2 and stuff like that, Metal Slug 1. Now, speaking of arcades, there's also the Taito Game Station, which is awesome, and you'll probably know them, probably have seen videos of all the crane games out there, which are quite fun. But if you continue to go up, there's a floor of rhythm games, which are really fun. They've got some Guitar Hero and drum type stuff, but they also have a bunch of ones where you gotta smack different buttons at different times. They've got some of the dance games. Continue up, you've got your classic arcade with stuff like Street Fighter and Tekken. House of the Dead is up there, if I remember correctly. And some other stuff, like there's a couple of games that were really wild to me, because I actually got to kind of poke around a bit this time. And they're card games that go with some of these arcade games, where you bring your own deck to play in. Like there's a Fate Grand Order, or maybe it's not Grand Order, but it was a Fate game. And you have your own cards that you bring to play. It was really interesting. It was fascinating. I don't know enough about it. If you guys know about it, let me know. But in any case, that's something to do as well. And there's a bunch of figure shops as well, if you like figures, which I do. I've got a handful, and by handful I mean a rapidly growing collection of games of figures from both anime and games. And you can find steals. Like there are some along the main drag, which are of course perfectly fine. Tokyo Figure Tower and Tokyo Hobby are great, but there are also other places like Surugaya, which offer a lot of stuff on a lot cheaper basis. Now, with some of these places that are a bit cheaper, that have a lot more secondhand stuff, you might have to do a little bit of digging to find your diamonds in the rough. But if you're willing to get in there, you can find stuff on Steal. For example, I got a couple figures. I've been wanting a Konata figure because, I mean, look at the channel. If you didn't know I liked Konata and Lucky Star, you're blind. Nothing wrong with that, but hey, yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious. Well, I did get a Taito Game Station mixed with Lucky Star version of Konata. There was a Tsukasa figure as well, but I did not pick that up. I was rapidly running out of room in the suitcase that I bought to be able to get that. And I also got this figure, which is Miss Gray from Fate. Well, technically Fate. Oop. Dropped her Uncle Mini ad. As she appears in the Lord L. Malloy Case Files anime, specifically the Grace Note, where they're on the Graf Zeppelin. I'll rotate her around here. She's a really cool character, and I did not expect to see her as a figure And I was like, alright, I gotta pick her up. I think she's super neat. But that's kind of what I mean. You never know what you're gonna find. And those two, I did find it in Surugaya. You can find some stuff that's both new and pretty old. And also, I'll give you guys a little inside scoop. If you're in Taito Game Station, and you're playing the claw games, like we mentioned, and you see a figure that you really like, and you're like, man, I don't want to spend 50,000 yen on trying to get this claw game, and I might not even get it. Go look around the anime figure shops. You're going to find it. You're going to find it, and you're going to find it for like a tenth of the price that you're going to end up spending trying to get it out of the machine. So unless you're like super intent on just enjoying the claw machines and the experience of that, don't even mess with it. Just use it as a way to scope out which figures you like. Now, if you are interested in manga, you can get a lot of manga around there, and a lot of stuff that's very hard to get here in the States as well. So for instance, Animate has tended to be my shop of choice, and actually I got that from another place, so I'll put that to the side. So I have been having a hard time finding this series that I've been obsessed with lately. Actually, two series I've been obsessed with lately. This is Ruri Dragon, which is a very, very sweet kind of coming-of-age story about a girl who wakes up one day and it's all, oh my goodness, I can't speak English second language, by the way, who all of a sudden has dragon characteristics because her dad is actually a dragon, and she's half dragon, and she didn't know that until that point. And kind of her going through the adolescent experience and going through those rough changes. It's very good. It's very sweet. It's not crazy, over-the-top action or anything like that. It's very slice of life, and I enjoy it very much. But I've had a very, very tough time finding them in English, but they're right front and center. Easy to find and animate in Japanese. Alright, so we got that. And then the second series I got, actually we'll put that away. This is the Student Council has a whole 2, which this is a comedy. This is a comedy. It's a little bit, got a little bit of, it's got a wet humor. Let's put it like that. It's got wet humor. It's definitely one of those where if you're not into anime and into manga and some of the tropes with that, you're not probably going to enjoy it. But if you do like that very wet kind of off-color humor, you'll probably enjoy it. And it was good because I don't think there's actually any English official translations out yet for this series. I could be wrong, but I've never seen them, so that was definitely a pickup. Now the big one that I got a lot of was Isho Senkin, or Starstruck at Rich. Now, you may be familiar with this artist's other works, being Kengan Ashura and Kengan Omega. Oh, excuse me for a second. Ooh, excuse me. Been cleaning, so I got dust kicked up. Ooh. Alright, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted, the author did Kangen of those series, and also How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift. And both of those have both manga and anime, and have had a little bit of a following, especially Kangen. And this is much more of a blend between the two, whereas How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift is much more of a comedy slice of life, and Kangen is much more of a fighting series. This follows much more of the fighting ridiculousness of Kangen, but also has a lot more humor elements as well. It does get very serious, but it also is really freaking funny as well. It's got some awesome panels. There's actually, if you're a martial artist, if you train or if you fight, whether you're new, a hobbyist, or have actually fought before, you're gonna find some good stuff out of here. And I went and bought the first 5 volumes because I'm a madman and I love this series. It's very good. And so if you're looking for that's my girl Tenma Nozomi. Nozomi's my goat. I like Nozomi. She's cool. Sana Riko, second favorite. Goated. And then here is Psychopath. She's a psychopath. She's cute, but she's a psychopath. But yeah, so I got those. Isho Senkin, very good series. I recommend it. You can find it online in English to read. So go maybe check it out. Maybe throw some shekels at the author. Hopefully he continues getting these out because it's a cool series. I like it quite a bit. But that was my big purchase. The second was, as you guys know, I'm a big Toho fan. So I went down to Melon Books, which if you're into doujins and doujinshi, whether they are SFW or NSFW, Melon Books will have you covered. That's also where you can get a lot of Toho stuff as well. I'm going to show you guys some stuff of that as well. If you want to get kind of more in the subculture scene, Melon Books is going to have you covered. And they have a bunch of stuff, which is pretty cool. And there's even this cute little illustration there that I got with it. Very cute. Little Meisaku action. Let's see. And as far as other Toho stuff goes, I ended up buying a couple of things. I posted a little bit of it on Twitter. So I got Akatsuki Records, B-Sides and Rarities, and Kill Love Fireproof, because Kill Love Fireproof is my favorite song by them. And then, which one is it? Bloody Devotion is my second favorite song by Akatsuki Records, although they very rarely miss in general. They're very, very good. Stack has a beautiful voice. She's got a very unique voice. Very, very unmistakable. And then I also bought Toho EOSD, Toho Embodiment of Scarlet the Devil, the 6th game, the first game of the modern era, of the Windows era. And then I went ahead and bought Fossilized Wonders as well, which is the newest game. I thought that was kind of a fun new and old, as well as to have actual physical copies of the games, which is pretty neat as well. So if you're looking for stuff that's more subculture heavy, that's a good place to go as well. It's Melon Books. Now, I want to leave you guys with a real experience, right? A real experience of stuff to do. And that, my friend, is I went for the first time to a maid cafe. I went to At Home Maid Cafe. And honestly, I didn't know what to expect. I had thought I was going to have a very cringe, kind of awkward time. To be honest with you, I'm a very shy, reserved person in IRL interactions. So I didn't really know what I was going to be getting myself into. And I had a great freaking time. They're very polite, very energetic, but not overwhelmingly so. If you just go with the flow and let yourself have a good time, even if you're solo, you're going to have a good time. And also, let's just be real about it, guys. If you're an average dude or chick and you show up, you're gonna feel a whole lot better about yourself. I'm just gonna put it like that. All right. I'm an interesting person. I mean that in a not positive way in many aspects. But there are some interesting people that go to maid cafes, okay? I'm just going to put it like that. And we're going to leave it there. It was very good. It was really fun. I got to speak with, because it was a little bit slower when I went. So I actually got to speak with a couple of the maids there. It would come up and talk to you and do the whole kit and caboodle, the rigmarole of the type performance type deal. But it was very fun. The food, I got dessert because I had already eaten beforehand. So I went ahead and got a dessert set, which had a drink, a dessert, and then I got a picture with one of the maids, which for me was Miss Mio, over at home in the Akiba Cultural Zones area, which that whole little center right there has a bunch of cool stuff in it as well. Both shopping and nerd stuff, and of course this at-home location. And really, that's how I would recommend you do it. Is what I did is I didn't just show up to get in. I went online and reserved. I think it was $25 all told, which, I mean, I think I got everything and more that I paid for. It was great. Got to interact with them and talk a little bit, practice some Japanese, eat a nice little sweet, get a meal, not a meal, a picture as well, and see some interesting people. It was something that place, because there were some people who were there in groups cutting up, and I think that would be a really, really fun way to do it, is if you're with other people, to go with people so you can kind of cut up and make jokes with each other and kind of enjoy the atmosphere of the place a little bit as a group. But also there's a lot of people there solo, so that was not something where you need to feel awkward about being there by yourself. There's people of all ages too. There's people a little bit younger than me, closer to their teens. There are people more my age, in their mid to late 20s. There were a couple people in their 40s. There was one lady who came in who I believe was probably in her mid 50s to early 60s, which was super cool. She was a baller. She was hilarious. I liked her a lot. She was cool. But really, it's an all ages kind of affair. Nothing there was, at least in the way that I did, this was closer to midday. It wasn't towards the end of the day. There was nothing adult about it. There was nothing untowards or uncomfortable or lewd about it. It was very PG. It is something where, while I definitely wouldn't recommend, younger kids go to it, just because I think it's a lot, and it would just seem kind of odd to do. It's something that I wouldn't bat an eye about a kid being there, but you know what I mean? It's not somewhere where I'm like, oh, this is somewhere I can't talk to my family about going. You know what I mean? It's one of those situations where I feel comfortable talking about things that went on there and the experience I had. It's not something where I'm like, ugh, I went to a strip club, now I gotta keep that secret. It's not like that at all. At least at this establishment at home, and I believe, don't quote me on this because I've not been there, but Made Dreamin' as well, which is the other big one. They seem to be pretty above board about everything that's going on, and very much recommend it. And there are a bunch of different maid cafes. If you go to Akihabara, especially towards the back half of the day, there will be a lot of maids out advertising their places as well, so you'll see all kinds of stuff. And alright, that was about the quick and dirty of Ebisu and Akiba. This is a card I got as a little special thing for getting the new Broken It by the Scream album, but that was in Shibuya at Tower Records, and I bought a lot of music besides the Toho music I got, which was very nice. And that was kind of the long and short of those two trips out there. One last thing about Tokyo as well, specifically Akiba, but really the whole city, is that Tokyo is so big and there's so much stuff going on. If you just show up on any given week or part of the year, there's probably something going on. I mean, I had, just in Akiba alone, I had the 4.5 year anniversary pop-up shop for Blue Car Archive, which was interesting to see. It was really cool. And also a whole mech-themed festival going on over one of the weekends, which was super cool. It was free admission. You got a free kit. This was for the 30-minute missions lines, which was awesome. There was a whole competition winners with their kits set up. There was panels. There was stuff to see. There was displays. Everything from the more anime side of things to more real robot side of things, with stuff like Armored Core kits. There was a fantasy line of kits that they had up and on display, and that was just something I stumbled into. Don't be afraid to stumble into stuff. All right, if you're going to Japan, experience it. Be willing and give yourself the time and space to take detours and side streets and find stuff that's cool and fun to do. I mean, the Araki thing as well at Ebisu. I was planning to go to Ebisu, a brewery, but I did not at all know of or expect there to be a collaboration with Araki, the author of JoJo, doing stuff out there with Ebisu Brewery. It was super cool. And similarly, the Tokyo Museum of Photography. It was a great experience, and I had a great time. I did not expect or plan to go there. Plan your days, but give yourself the freedom to enjoy and explore, is what I'd say. My golden advice, outside the basics of getting here and there and knowing how to navigate, is if you want a more authentic experience, you should go a floor up or a floor down and a street over. I think that is golden advice for exploring Tokyo and Japan in general. And it's a great place, and I highly recommend everybody to go and visit Japan. I firmly believe that if you don't have a good time in Japan, you are trying not to. If you go to Tokyo or Kyoto, and I'm sure anywhere else in Japan, barring a few exceptions that I just don't know about, I am certain you will have a good time. If you want to have a good time. If you're one of those miserable people that's just not going to be happy anywhere, I can't help you. But if you're just going there, you're going to have a good time. I promise you. Alright. Unless anybody's got any questions for me, which I am happy to take any questions. I could talk about Japan all day, every day for the rest of my life. Then we're going to take a quick break and get set up for FURI. Because I do want to play some FURI. I was having fun with that game. I played a couple hours of that. I'll hold up here for a few minutes, for a minute or two, just to see if we get any questions that come in. Not seeing too many. So I think we might go ahead as I get a little bit of coffee going. I'll give it another minute just in case something comes in as far as questions about Japan or going to Japan, getting around, or any difficulties with it. I'm happy to field any questions to the best of my ability. I am by no means an expert on Japan or Japanese or a travel agent or anything like that, but I'm happy to answer any questions if I'm able. A little tidbit as well. A lot of people really like to go to see Shibuya, a very, very popular tourist location. Go down some of those side streets, go down Basketball Street, go up towards Tower Records. If you're a music dude, Tower Records, man. They got everything. And by everything, I mean they got everything. That was really fun. Their shirts are huge, though. I did not realize they have oversized shirts. So the shirt that I got, I thought was going to be a normal Japanese large, which as an American, you want to buy a size up from what you usually buy in Japan. So I got a large, and it ended up being like a 2X because it's an oversized, because that's a style thing. It's a fashion thing, right, having the oversized shirts. So I got a small dress instead of the t-shirt that I expected. But it's cool. I'm using it as a pump cover for the gym. And to get FURI set up, and we will be back. Hold on to your butts, because we're going to be back in it in just a minute. Alright. We've got some FURI coming up for us. Let me get the old model out, since we are switching from Flash into the virtual realm. Nope, that's the old one. Get rid of that there. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Alright. Then we should be able to do that. Then move some of this stuff around. There we go. There we go. Undo that so we get some cool tunes going. I'm not sure how loud that's going to be, so we're going to find out together. There we go. Oh, geez. I've done that again. I need to just take that off and move that down, I think. That's the screen block that I used for, was going to use for Touhou 20. Since the newest Touhou game, I didn't want you guys to get spoiled with the endings. Alright, BRB screen. Be gone. Oh, nope, that's not right. I need these to go away. Hide this. Then... no. I'll get it eventually. There we go. Better late than never, huh? There we go. Alright. Be cool. This is a professional streamer around, ladies and gents. Actually, no. Let's continue game. Alright. We had stopped on old girl. That is the sniper lady. She's got these drones. Oh, and it's a multi. Oh, jeez. Ow. I remember right at the start. Oh, geez, hello.
But I can see you.
Oh. Let's see. Oh, we need to check the music. Carpenter Barrage. Good music. Alright, where's she at? I see you over there. Where'd she go? This is a huge freaking arena, too. Oh my goodness.
Can't hide forever.
Maybe I can. Wait, can I parry it? Oh. Ow. Stop it. Stop it, drone boys. Alright, where you at? Where you at, lady?
You can't see me, but I can see you.
It's over here. Whoop. I see you. I saw you. Where'd she go? There you are. Whoa. Ow. There we go. Alright. Yo, she's so cool. Oh, these guys shoot the purple ones. Okay. Oh, let's just drop mines now.
9, 10. Ready or not, here I come.
Alright, I'm still not sure exactly how we get her. Maybe it's just we gotta find her a certain number of times. Oh, she's over there now. Oh, there we go. Nice. That was stylish as heck, man. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yo, she's so cool, though. She's actually so cool. There we go. Okay, so this kind of got an interesting hybrid thing going on with it, too. Huh. Take out all these guys. Now, what's going to be going on with this phase? More of these guys. Ow. Alright, where's she at? She's gotta be somewhere.
Is this how you fight?
Okay, she's over there.
You can fail, that's okay. It's the best you can do under the circumstances.
Oh, she's already moved. Come back here, lady. Oh, did she go back over there? No, that was a wall. That was a wall respawning. Whoops. There we are. Oh, I just fell.
Keep your eyes on the prize.
Ooh,
No one
okay.
said we had to play fair.
Interesting. Whoa!
Don't make it easy for me. I like a challenge.
Okay, that's an insta-kill, it seems like.
Hey, that's okay. It's the best you can do under the circumstances.
You just saw her run north. Really, brother? Okay.
No one said we had to play fair.
Definitely gotta get behind. rest of this business going to be? There we go. Stick to the sniping.
I like the way you take me out of my comfort zone.
There we go. That's a good parry. Kind of dig her design. It's different.
You certainly live up to your reputation.
This whole game is kind of a weird mix of... Whoa, 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 whoa. She's invisible.
No.
Alright, how are we doing this here? Whoa, what is this? I can't see what's going on. Do I have to go through the whole sequence? Oh, I think I gotta do the whole sequence before I can hit her. I think it's what's going
All the
on.
ones who lost before you, they thought they could win too. Right up to the last minute. You think you're smarter than them?
Okay. Whoa! Chill out, buddy. Ow. Lady, please. Alright, this chick is hard. There we go. A little bit of Steve's back. There we go.
Stealth mode activated.
Stealth mode. Ow. Oh, I died.
Don't
Well, I didn't die, but
disappoint me.
had to use a life. Alright, alright. Just gotta get more comfortable with this. 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's a little bit better. I'll take that. There we go.
No.
There we go. Parry's the parry. We take those.
All the ones who lost before you, they thought they could win too. Right up to the last minute. You think you're smarter than them?
Ow.
Come on! Hit me with everything you've got.
Two, 3, 4. There we go. There we go. We're almost through this phase. We got this. We got this. There we go. Get the parry off the parry. Will that kill? Alright, that phase done. Oh no, we're gonna have an actual melee portion. There we go. Be cool. See if we can get charged. Oh. There we go. She's really aggressive melee style. There we go. Shut your purple behind up. What you doing? Acting all crazy. There we go. Okay.
Some relied on skill, some on luck. Fools, the lot of them.
Whoa. Two. No, not. There's just 2. 1.
No.
Okay, what are we doing here? Okay. I'm anticipating. I need to wait for the whole chain to come out before I can get good damage.
I know your
Oh.
moves. I know what you're capable of. Come
Stop,
on, hit me.
stupid droids. Dang drones. Stop that. Okay. Oh, this will be interesting. Oh, jeez. Oh, there's bad stuff. Oh, God. I don't know what I'm doing.
Don't disappoint me.
Alright, I'm gonna be real with you. I have no idea what's going on there. There we go. Okay.
Come on, hit me with everything you've got.
There we go. Perfect parry. Get the command grab. Get wrecked.
Stealth mode activated.
Alright, stealth mode. Alright, where's she at, though? Alright, I think I kind of want to be over here. Ow. Okay, so you can't damage her during that. That's good. There we go. Okay, okay, now we're cooking. We're chilling now. Alright, lady, what else you got?
Come on, hit me with everything you've got.
There we go.
No.
There we go. Just had to use the bait. Boom, boom, boom. Oh. Oh, she's so cool. I dig it. I dig it. Alright, one more tick. That's all I need. There we go. Alright, last phase. Alright, what's this gonna be
Let's
now?
take this to the next level.
How about we don't? You got a lot of stuff going on. Okay.
This is my moment. I prepared for it. You are not taking it away from me.
Wow, this is a lot going on.
I can't fail. This is my game.
Oh my goodness. Please.
That was fun. Come back anytime.
Alright, alright, alright. We've seen the patterns.
Let's
seen the
take
patterns.
this to the next
We're having a
level.
better time. And we know what she's gonna do once we get her to melee phase, so. Although I'm kind of surprised it's the first time that we've had a character actually have a melee phase after the last bullet hell segment. Ow.
This is my moment. I prepared for it. You are not taking it away
Ow.
from me.
There we go.
I can't
Alright, she's gonna
fail.
go invisible and then
This
she's gonna
is
throw
my
out some
game.
quick attacks. Oh, that's a double hit. Alright, miss me with that bullshit. There we go. Get parried, idiot. There we go. Alright, is there gonna be some kind of secret extra phase with all her smack talking? Oh no, we got her.
That's enough. Assuming manual control.
Oh, in the tummy. Not optimal for her.
That was sweet. You beat her at her own game. She was a cheater.
She was a cheater anyway.
I wonder what she would have made of my plan. What chance of success she would have given it.
At least two.
But we
Probably.
are not the kind that rely on probabilities, eh? We rely on what's in here. We take our chances.
Alright, what's next? Next victim. This is a pretty area. Sunset Beach type feel.
What would you do if you had an eternity to do?
Actually, by night. I don't think I've seen night.
Do you keep busy? Do you daydream? Do you freak out? He trained. Nothing else matters to him but this fight.
Ooh, this kind of
with
gives
you.
the vibe of that
This
famous
will
fight
make his
of
day, his
Miyamoto
life.
Musashi.
Mastery
He
of
showed
his
up
art,
late to a fight
fulfillment
and
of
had
his
carved a wooden
destiny.
sword
All that
and used that
nonsense.
instead of his actual swords. You guys know the one I'm talking about, right? That was one of his more famous fights. At least one of the ones that we hear about more on this side of things.
How can someone get so into something that nothing else matters? I tried so hard to stay and finish my work for years. But you know what I could never forget?
Got the slop swat going on. What the heck? Her laughter. Have some kind of love interest going on? Was that old girl that we just killed? I don't think it was. I think it would have mentioned it. Oh, we're gonna have a showdown on a bridge? Proper samurai movie style? Alright, let's see what this Joker's got
You
going
sure
on.
took your time. I was concerned you wouldn't make it this far.
Ooh, okay. I like this arena.
This is a big day for me. I've been waiting a long time for this moment. Let me show you.
Alright, let's see what he's got going on. Straight into melee?
I will show you what I've learned.
Oh!
I want nothing but your very best.
Ooh. Alright. This is concerningly easy so far, and he's only got 4 phases?
You have it in you.
Surely one of them's got to be sicko
Now,
mode.
I want to see you shine.
Alright. Okay.
You move well. You're reading me quite quickly.
Oh. He's got a paddle?
Let's see how predictable you think I am now.
Oh! That's actually super cool. We're side-scroller now. I actually really dig that. Oh, okay.
It seems like we're fighting each other. But we both know we're fighting against ourselves.
Interest. I like this guy. He's not a prick. He's just about to fight. He's got a goal and he's driven by it.
Nice.
Alright. Only 1 pip left. Okay, he's got cool colors now.
Stay with me through this.
Okay. He's actually kinda nuts.
Come on. Give me something memorable.
Alright,
Something
be
I
cool.
can learn from that will make me better.
I knew there had to be a catch if he only had 4 phases, 4 lives. Okay. What the heck?
Do I look unconquerable to you?
I wonder what the play is there.
Focus.
Alright, he's gonna strike or is he gonna go for the... Oh, jeez. Oh. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
He said it. Excellence is a habit.
Okay. Okay.
I will show you what I've learned.
I'm digging this fight.
Very best.
Alright, now I'm a bit showing, I'll admit.
Get back up. You can't give up now.
I agree. I'm gonna kick your ass. Alright, I like this guy.
Watch me.
Oh, jeez.
Let it
He's parrying my
out.
parries. Alright, be cool, be cool.
Watch me.
I'm watching. Hey, he hesitated that one. Oh my gosh, okay, okay. I got too
He
excited.
said it.
I
Excellence
got too
is a
excited.
habit.
Bring it back down.
Now
We good,
I
we good.
will show you what I've learned.
There we go. Boom, boom, boom. It's like a freaking truck, too. Ow. There we go.
Nice.
All right. First face down.
You have it in you. Let it out. I want to see you shine. Watch me.
There we go. Okay.
You move well. You're reading me quite quickly. Let's see how predictable you think I am now.
All right. Side scroller time. There we go. The clash. Get the clash win.
Focus on the work at hand.
Nothing personnel,
Nice.
kid.
You have more strength than you think.
All right.
Stay with me through this.
Oh, jeez.
Come
All right.
on. Give me something memorable. Something I can learn from that will make me better.
All right. Hop beat. Hop beat. I gotta start counting, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Oh, I thought I could get behind him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Whew. That guy was fun. Oh, power stance. Oh, nice. That was a really fun, self-contained fight.
Incredible. Amazing.
I really like that. That was a good
What
time.
I just saw here, it was magical. And he was probably the toughest one in here. I could never have done this without you.
Ooh, snow. My ancient enemy. The cold. Truly the bitterest fight.
Ugh. Well, this is a warm welcome.
No kidding. Alright. Considering this is a snow play, I'm kind of... Maybe we'll get some, like, slowdown, some CC effects in this next fight, maybe? I don't know. Because we had a lot of long range, then we had...
It's guardians like
Mr.
her that
Melee.
make me hate this place.
Tell me how
Why
you
did
really
they
feel,
let
Mr.
you
Rabbit.
join? How many were they prepared to sacrifice? Don't get me wrong, she's part of this. She's an overconfident, idealistic child who dreamed she could save the world. Let me be the last wave. I will stand when the rest have fallen. She's an amateur, short-sighted, plain stupid if you ask me.
Mr. Rabbit does not like old girl.
What a waste.
Alright. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Oh, I didn't check who the musician was. Wave Shaper. I like me some Wave Shaper. You know, I'm very fond of how the storytelling has gone in this game. It's very minimalist style. And a lot of it is just you getting to sit and look at stuff as you go by. And occasionally get input from Mr. Rabbit.
But don't be fooled by her. She's dangerous. If she was a pushover, she wouldn't be here.
And of course, you get to
She's
vibe out to some
treacherous,
cool music.
She's fast. And there's something in there that is meant to stop you for good.
He mentioned something in there meant to stop me for good. I don't like the sound of that. Let's see.
So, one last time. The jailer is the key. Kill her, and you will be free.
Oh, is this actually the last boss? Let's see. Let's see what we got cooking. Okay, cutscene time. You got a funky outfit on, sister.
You're not what I was expecting.
Sound waves? Is that what's going on? Okay. Oh, she's gonna be a flyer, isn't she? Or no, she's on a platform. Okay. Are we gonna be fighting on floating platforms? Is that the guy? Oh. Okay. Oh. She's only got
said you were a
3
monster.
phases. Through the middle. Oh, we're gonna have to chase her to platforms? And that's where we'll...
Let you go out?
Okay.
That is a fate worse than death.
Oh, okay, they'll shoot at me too. Ow, stop it.
Who are you?
Okay.
Why are you here? Why are you doing this?
Ow. This is kind of cool. Kind of like a platformer thing now. Ow.
I wanted to be here. Where else would I be? Here is where I can make a difference.
Didn't know what to expect,
Yes,
but
I am paying the price for my people's freedom, but it's
I
worth
can
it.
I can kind of vibe with it. All right, what's gonna be shooting at me now? Ow. Ow. There we go.
I look at you and I don't understand. We're so alike.
Okay, there's gotta be something out. Ooh! Gotta be something going on. Brother. Alright, I'm gonna have to. Oh, jeez. I was laughing, got hit. Alright, be cool. This is. Oh. Alright. Whatever, man. Hey. Yeah, this feels more like Goofy Kid than a hardened warrior that's supposed to. Oh wow, that's big. That's supposed to be able to fight me to the death.
Stop! You can't go out there. Don't you understand? If you, our world withers and dies. It's the end.
Oh, am I just gonna essentially murder this kid? Is she even gonna fight back?
You are a monster!
Yeah, she's not a fighter, huh? Mr. Rabbit, I think I just murdered a child.
Please, hold my hand.
Nothing personnel, kid.
This is it, my friend.
Alright.
It's been hard, I know.
Is that the last jailer, for real?
She was the last. Finally, going through that door. It's everything we have been fighting for.
Do I seriously not have to fight Mr. Rabbit? I thought for sure I'd be fighting him.
You are not who you were when you first landed out there. We all have choices to make. We all have to decide what's worth fighting for.
I'm still very confused about why he's got a rabbit get up. Alright, that was it. Let's go through what seems to be the last gate. See what's going on here. Oh. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I might be a actual harbinger of death. Just my very presence. Wow. Oh, is this the credit? Oh, shit, okay. Wow. That's a short game, but I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to have to, on my own time, I'm definitely going to go and play with the Onimusha version of the game. That kind of control. Wow, look at that. The Walking Doom. That's a fun, esoteric little game as far as the story goes, but I gotta say, overall, the gameplay in the bullet hell segments were pretty dang tight. I really enjoyed that. We're gonna go through the rest of the credits, because I want to see if there's anything story-wise that's going on. Or maybe we'll unlock an extra fight or something? Oh, can't go that way. Can I? Is there a bridge up there, maybe? And yeah, the music credits are coming up on screen right now. Definitely check out all those music artists. I actually do listen to a lot. Carpenter Brett and Wave Shaper. Very, very good. Scattle I've heard of. I listened to a little bit of. Night, Lorne, Toxic Adventure. I've never heard of before. I'm definitely going to be checking them out because they did some good tracks off of the soundtrack. That's kind of one of the two things that got me to play this game is the soundtrack, because I was familiar with a couple of these people and I've heard some of the songs off of this. And also I heard that it was a really fun blend of bullet hell and hack and slash, and that was really correct. I absolutely enjoyed the way this game played. Well, there's a little place over here. Let's see. What's going on over here? Oh, the screen's going dark as we move. Whose home was this? Was this our home before we got captured? Like, what's going on? I still have so many questions. I have so many questions. Please. I want to know. Give me the deep lore. I want to know. Wow. I genuinely didn't think we were going to end that quickly. I thought I had at least one or two more fights. The plan was definitely to finish this today, but not this quickly. Wow. I do like that though. It's a tight, focused experience. It's not bloated and sprawling like a lot of games can be. Like a lot of, even though I love them, like a lot of JRPGs can be. A lot of other, just generally open world type games. It knew what it was and it executed on it. And I really respect the heck out of that kind of design. And it's a small thing, but I do really like and appreciate the thanks for playing to the players. That fills me with joy. Alright, let's see. Do we get any after credit stuff? Do we get a special home screen? Is it gonna pull a Signalis on us? Like, what's happening? Ooh, okay, we're back in here. Okay, we're out here again. We can run around here. What else is happening? Besides everything crumbling at our approach. I'm so curious. Can we follow the road up somewhere? Trees dying. There's an obelisk over there. Goes from there. Maybe we go up here first. Check out what this is. More homes over here, maybe? I can't seemingly jump or interact with stuff. Oh. Oh! A kiddo?
So now you know. Maybe you think I'm insane, or maybe you understand. You were my only chance. I hoped it would change you. I think it did. It doesn't really matter. What does matter is what you are going to do.
Interesting. Okay. Wait, was he... I'm guessing he was a jailer at one point. And he just wanted to go home and see his family, see his daughter. That's my thought. That's my running perception of it. It's over here. Okay, what's this? Okay. What will the walking murder do? What the heck is this? It's a Gundam? A very small Gundam.
Acquiring rider. Resuming flight plan.
What? What is happening? It's on a vacation space, don't worry about it. The old jail's up there. Huh. Now what is that? Who are you? Wait, is this mine? Or is this somebody else's? Because we got that snippet earlier on in the game that says that Homeboy was not human. There was no DNA match. That was actually before the sniper boss fight from last stream. We saw that. Very end of last stream. Oh. Oh, that's funky. I wonder if they can give us a hand. Haha, I'll be here all week.
Welcome back, Ryder. Let's see your report on your target planet. Uploading planet report.
I'm so
Results
confused about what's going
inconclusive.
on.
Proceed with manual confirmation.
Okay.
Confirm planet assimilation.
Oh no. I think we're gonna cancel. We're gonna cancel. No invasion. I like the voice. He was square with me. He didn't betray me in the end.
Warning, Ryder. Deactivate your firearms. Rider malfunction. Activating security systems.
Oh dear.
Proceed with rider neutralization.
Oh wait, do we get an extra fight? Oh, we get an extra fight. Interesting. Ow. No
Rider,
damage
you
resistance.
have changed. Why is that?
Okay. Ow. This feels much more sluggish to play. Ow. Okay, there we go. Took care of those things.
What happened during your last mission? I can't let it happen again.
There we go. Okay.
Ryder, we have always been here for you. Why all this?
Ow. Alright, this... Alright, I was keeping the game a lot of praise to begin with, but this one, this does not feel
Your
as good to
mission
play.
was critical. Our survival depended on it.
Yeah, this feels a lot worse to play than the other parts of the game. You just feel sluggish and slow. I'm not sure
You had to
why they went with it. They could have just...
fit for a simulation, but you got caught. And now this. You are not yourself.
Ow.
This is between you and your conscience.
Alright, we're gonna
You
change
know
difficulty
who should
on this
win
one.
This fight. What matters is what you do.
Yeah, we're not changing. Because that's mildly disappointing. In the very end, that feels much less
Ryder, you have changed.
squared away.
Why is that?
Ow.
What happened during your last mission? I can't let it happen again.
Ow. Ow. Okay, there we go.
What will you gain by fighting us? You think they will welcome you? They will have no idea of what you did. They don't even know we exist. They said you corrupted their world, but they corrupted you. For them, you will remain a stranger, a danger.
Ow. Ow. It's got some really mean placement. Ah, that's frustrating. Alright, be cool. Be cool. Be cool and we can get through it. Couple of big lasers so we can hopefully take this hand down. Bongo looking head ass. Ow. There we go. Alright.
Will you destroy us to save this world that is not yours?
Perhaps.
You leave us no choice, Ryder. We will annihilate you.
Okay. What all this phase is gonna be? Okay, so there's a couple other stuff that's gonna come out. This fight feels like somebody played the opening of Nier once and was like, I want to do that, and then wasn't able to completely square that away. That was a weird one.
You might have saved them this time, but who will protect them next time?
I don't know about that one.
That's the worst delusion. Believing you can have a lasting impact. Okay.
cool.
The jailer has the key. Kill him, and you.
I really like the game. I really freaking like that game. That last little ending bit, kind of weird. Not gonna lie, but everything else, very tight, focused, and really cool. Absolutely recommend this game. This was really freaking tight. Pretty short experience as well, so it's not like you gotta invest 5 million years to play the game. That was cool. I did not expect to get through the rest of the game that quick, but here we are. I appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys a whole lot. For me, at the start of stream, yapping about Japan and the trip that I had, showing off some cool stuff, as well as coming and hanging out with me while I was playing FURI. So for now, I think I'm going to go. I may be back later for a little bit of a stream. Got some stuff to take care of here around where I'm at today, but stay tuned. I might be back, especially with as short as that was. But if I'm not back, I will plan to be back here Monday at some time Monday evening in Eastern Standard Time. Exact time to be determined, but in the afternoon, you guys know the schedule. We're going to plan to do some more Mecha Monday. We're going to play some more Armored Core 6. Gonna get a little bit closer to the end there. And then Tuesday, the plan is going to be to play some more Toho Project, because that is what we do for Tuesdays. And beyond that, we're not playing by ear. I'll probably play something Thursday, Friday of this coming week. Probably won't be streaming Wednesday, because that is tend to be how we do things around here. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday and a good rest of your weekend. The day is still pretty young, so I hope you guys have a good time with good people and chill out before the week starts. And I'll catch you all next time. Peace.